thank you for the videos. It's definitely a good thing. You know how you did it. It works perfectly well. One area of concern is how you said this is gonna sound terrible, or that you believe it sounds terrible. Remember, you have to practice and present things like you're recording them. And obviously you were recording it. But if what you present, if you feel that's not good enough to be on your album, don't show it. When you're practicing, remember, it's perfect practice. If what you just played was not good enough to be on your album, don't go up to the next speed. Only move on when it is good enough to be on your album and you would be proud to share it. Okay? Yes, we need it to be that perfect. Because only perfect practice works. Practice makes permanent, and we want that practice to sound perfect. So we're going to go to the next rhythm. This is similar to exercise 5 in that skill test, that little knowledge test. And the only thing that's really different is in the skill test we had a quarter note to begin with, but here we have 2 eighth notes, and this is we're doing the eighth notes all the way until we get here to really help establish how that strumming hand is supposed to go. We're also doing everything starting on the A string, because I notice you'll hold your power chords down here with 3 fingers, but 2 up here. I want you to hold it the same both ways. You're going to have more control being more consistent. So let's use 3 fingers up here as well. Other thing I'm noticing, and I'm pretty sure you can do what I want you to do, and that's have continuous sound going from chord to chord. So, especially at the slow speeds, and one reason I like doing the slow stuff is you have to be accurate. Because slow speeds expose all kinds of stuff. So we're going from this E5 down to the C5. I want you to do it like this. Going up to that D5 like this. Down to the B5 like this. Not like this. So you get what I'm going for here? I want the sound continuous. We're not going to cut off the chord and start leaving early. We want these quarter notes to ring out as long as that quarter note can. So when you go to change chords, keep the pressure down on your strings. Move into the new chord when the new bar begins. Don't take your hand off prior to that bar. Keep it there. So both the right and left hand got to meet up at the same time. So this big old jump. Watch what happens with both hands. So as you get into place, you strum at the same time. Or you could say when you go to strum, that's when you move your hand. So even if I'm going like here to here. Sync it up. Sync it up. So when you're doing stuff like going from the B5 to the C5, they're so close together, you're probably not going to hear any sliding whatsoever. But when you go from like the E5 down to the C5, you might hear a little bit of slide happening, and that's okay, because that's going to sound better and fuller, more full doing this versus. So don't cut the chords off. See if you can get that taken care of. All right, strumming wise, you're going to be going down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down. I have written this rhythm 2 different ways. So this is the easy way to see it. This is the not so easy way, but you will very likely come across rhythm written as highlighted right now. So I want you to have the easy way of seeing it and the more common way, so you'll be prepared whenever you come across it. So we do not play on the downbeat of 3 anywhere in this. We are playing on all the downbeats except the downbeat of 3. So we're playing on the downbeat of 1, 2, and 4, but not 3. So I want you to count out loud. Count out loud as you go from 60 to 120. Do that in the video too. So 60 to 120, say it as you play it. Say it as you play it. Because when we get to really, really difficult stuff, if you can't say it, you can't play it. Guaranteed. So get in the habit of it now. Say it as you go, 60 to 120. At least. If you can go faster or say it at a faster pace, do it. But after 120, not too big a deal if you don't. 60 to 120 at least, okay? Say it as you play it. Do that in the videos. So make sure your strumming hand is going the entire time. So you're going to have 2 upstrokes in a row here. So make sure that you move your right hand or your strumming hand down on beat 3, but don't hit the strings. You're just getting in place to hit that second upstroke in a row. Because like right here, you're doing 2 downstrokes in a row. So you hit down, and then you got to move your hand back up to be in position for that next downbeat. Or the next downstroke. So rhythmically, again, this top line is the same as the bottom line. 8th note, 8th note, 8th note, 8th note, 8th note, 8th note. An 8th note tied to an 8th note, which is the same length as a quarter note. 8th note, quarter note, quarter note. 8th, 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 quarter notes, 8th note, quarter note, quarter note. So why is this the easy way of seeing everything? Because you can clearly see that's the downbeat of 1, upbeat of 1. Downbeat of 2, upbeat of 2. Downbeat of 3, upbeat of 3. Downbeat of 4. Down here, you can't see the downbeat of 3 anywhere, because that's just basically implied in that quarter note. So here you can see you're strumming on the upbeat of 2, you hold that across the downbeat of 3, and then you play again on the upbeat of 3. So here we go, counting out loud, starting at 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 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 4. 1, 2 and 4. Done. 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 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 4. Done. 180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 240, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you get to 240, if you can play 240 before next week, you're welcome to send over a video early. But what I want you to do is play it at 60 as well as 240 if you're hitting the 240. Want to make sure the slow speed sounds perfect as well as the fast speed. But if you don't hit 240, just get where you can and then record your final practice session, send it off, and there we go. So any questions, please let me know. I will see you again in your next video.